When police respond to a mental health crisis, now they'll often bring mental health professionals along with them, but sometimes the person in crisis doesn't necessarily want their help, which was the case earlier this week in Aurora.
That's where police say a mental health crisis turned into a shootout with officers. So what does happen when someone refuses help? 9 News reporter Darius Johnson asked the Aurora Crisis Response Team.
Showing up when someone is having a bad day isn't easy for the person in crisis or the people responding.
These are officers that have specialized training in recognizing the indicators of a person being in a mental health crisis, as well as high-level de-escalation skills.
Officer Sammy Wicks is talking about the officers who make up Aurora Police Department's Crisis Response Team, which he is a part of.
We really go to crisis calls. They can have an underlying mental health issue related to them.
It starts with learning as much as he can before he gets to the scene.
Our mental health professionals on their side of the house, they may be able to see if that person has been in contact with Aurora Mental Health before.
That determines how the team handles the situation, but even then, sometimes people don't want their help.
There are instances where a person may need resources, but they may refuse.
That's when Wicks says police will leave and do additional follow-up either with their mental health provider or family.
That has a good relationship with them, and we'll contact them and say, hey, can you do follow-up? Or we'll call a family member and say, hey, can you talk to this person? Can you, get them connected, or can you convince them to just meet with us?
But those in crisis are also left with this card, whether they want to talk now or later.
We're really committed to helping people, and sometimes it just takes several iterations of us showing up and contacting that person, or just providing them with a number and be like, hey, when you feel better, call us back, which happens a lot.
In Aurora, I'm Darius Johnson, 9 News.
Remember, when it comes to mental health, there are a number of services for those who may be struggling. Colorado Crisis Services can connect you to a professional counselor. Just call 1-844-493-8255 or text the word TALK to 38255. Aurora Police also has resources for family members who are trying to help someone deal with a mental health crisis. We have a list of those additional resources on our website at 9news.com.